In 2026, Lil Baby is nowhere near as relevant as he was in 2018, back when this nigga went on a generational Lil Wayne style run. This nigga dropped 3 projects that would cement his name in the mainstream rap scene. And following the release of his breakout album, My Turn, which features songs like We Paid, Emotionally Scarred, and Something to Prove, many people said Lil Baby was a superstar, with a lot of people drawing comparisons to hip-hop royalty, Lil Wayne, and his rise to the top. Lil Baby was actually hot as fish grease. Alright, I'm done with that voice. Lil Baby was hot as fucking fish grease, gang. There was no denying it. The nigga literally went from a street cat known around the city for his illegal activities to coming up 5 million the legal way. And this nigga would continue to take W's as Billboard were going to name My Turn as the #1 hip-hop album of the 21st century. Like, that's crazy. Shit went 7 times platinum and was the highest selling rap album of the 2020s. Bro, when I tell you every time you cut on the radio, Lil Baby's voice will be blasting in that bitch. This nigga spent over 128 weeks in the top 10. He won a Grammy for Best Melodic Rap Performance in 2021 when he spazzed on that Hurricane verse on Donda. And no, he was not done with the Grammys. He was also nominated for multiple awards when he had that MLK anthem, The Bigger Picture. And right after, I know this shit is probably crazy as fuck. The nigga went from protesting for black people and shit to a collab tape with Lil Durk. But he dropped a smash collab tape with Lil Durk in 2021, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard Top 200. So the streets did fuck with that. He also scored his highest charting song on the Billboard Top 100 when him and Drake made Wants and Needs, bro. This shit really put the streets on lock. It was really scary hours out here, bro. No pun intended. Cause this nigga really was going hit for hit. Right after that, boom, Every Chance I Get with DJ Khaled and Lil Durk, bro. Take Keith went crazy on this song. So crazy that the shit went 6 times platinum, bro. Lil Baby in this 1 year had 2 of the highest certified rap collaborations of the decade. And at this point, this nigga was genuinely, seemingly unstoppable, bro. This nigga was Thanos. He was collecting platinum from every fucking rapper, bro. Every rapper he hopped on a song with, that shit was turning platinum. He was getting a ring every single time. Like, this nigga was so hot. He went so crazy on that Drake song. Niggas was questioning whether or not Drake gave him the stimmy or Baby gave Drake the stimmy. And on some real shit, the only person that was gonna stop Baby was gonna be Baby. And I mean, that seems like it's easier said than done, right? Right? Wrong, nigga. Because Lil Baby's speed run to the dumps of irrelevance and internet bullying happened so fast that I'm not even sure Baby even knows what the fuck happened. And I mean, I'm not gonna really question this nigga's smarts, but from what he's shown us, he hasn't really shown us that he's like the brightest guy. I mean, if you've been in tune with what academics been talking about, this nigga ain't really seeming like the smartest human being on the planet right now. And I don't even know if he knows how bad it really is. Which is why subscribing to Niggas Hate the Real and following on Instagram and TikTok is just as important as washing your ass. Seriously though, go get you some Axe, you know what I mean? Take a shower, wash your funky ass. I know you've been sitting on your ass, beating your dick, playing the game all day, watching YouTube, eating junk food, and typing some bullshit ass takes on Twitter. Get the fuck up and go wash your ass. Nah, seriously though, the new Coconut Crusader body wash is my personal favorite. And after you're done, don't forget to spray yourself down with one of the signature sprays. Them boys just dropped a new limited time World Cup collab with flavors such as black vanilla, blue lavender, and cherry spritz. Now, I ain't gonna lie, bro, with a clean ass, you'll be better prepared to navigate through all the bullshit you see on the internet without all the shit fumes clogging up your pineal gland. And most importantly, don't forget to drop a like and leave a comment. I got a question for you guys. The question of the day: do you think Lil Baby fell off, and can he make a comeback in 2026? I need to see every single person that viewed this video typing that in the comments, bro. I don't need no more spectators, bro. Y'all keep watching the video. Y'all be liking. Y'all be showing a lot of support. I won't lie. Y'all show a lot of support for, you know what I mean, with this channel being new. Y'all show a shit ton of support, bro. And I'm super happy that y'all are, you know, supportive enough to even tune into these videos, let alone make it all the way to the end. So I fuck with you niggas for the long run for that. But leave a comment. I need to see more of y'all faces in them comments, because the more people that comment and the more people that like, those two go together, push this video towards the algorithm. And that's where niggas need to be. That's where niggas need to stay. And I'm gonna make sure we stay there. I'm gonna be grinding as much as I can every single fucking day. I'm beating my damn chest because I'm serious and I want this shit. So y'all gonna see posts every single time that there's some major shit going on. Y'all gonna see a video from Niggas Hate the Real, because we can't stop with these niggas, bro. We can't get our foot off their necks, gang. My foot is permanently on these niggas' necks to the point to where they gonna hate me for real. They always be coming up to me. My boy just came up to me the other day talking about, yo, Book, bro, like, Netspin might actually hate you, bro. Like, these rappers, they might actually start to hate you. Bro, my name is Niggas Hate the Real. That's the fucking point. That's the fucking point, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm speaking my truth. I'm speaking the truth. And I mean, niggas hate the real. They genuinely do. That's how this channel got birthed. So for real though, fuck with your boy. Jump in the comments. Let me know. Yo, is Lil Baby falling off? Or is like, you know what I mean? Is it possible for him to make the comeback? I really want to see every single one of y'all in the fucking comments. I'm gonna be replying to every single one. Get back to the fucking video. The conversation that inspired this video has really set the internet on fire the past couple days. So I just want to know, bro, like, it's no hate to Lil Baby, but I remember when this nigga was really in his prime. I was around for all of that shit. I was around for all the wins, all the time that he spent gathering up all these hits during that time period. Like, bro, there was no bias there, bro. Like, I actually was tapped in. Like, I knew Lil Baby, bro. I was fucking with the street gossip. I was fucking with the Yes Indeed. Bro, everybody was really tapped in back then, bro. It was kind of hard to not be, especially in the South. Now, back to the conversation I had. The conversation I had with a mutual of mine was about whether or not Nine Vicious deserved to be on the Mount Rushmore of Atlanta rappers. And I'm already knowing that everybody from Atlanta has a lot of pride. All the Atlanteans take a lot of pride in who's seen as the face of their city. But I mean, I'm trying to come at it from a more nuanced perspective. You know what I mean? Like, we're just gonna automatically group Nine into the Atlanta scene because he's signed to Thug. I mean, he spends a lot of time in Atlanta now, obviously, and he's grouped in with all the new Atlanta rappers. So why not say that, you know what I mean? Like, he's one of the best up and coming guys from the Atlanta scene, bro. Like, he's definitely a part of the new Atlanta scene. Although he is from Athens and he said that on multiple songs, I kind of do view him as one of the guys that's carrying the torch for the new Atlanta. But then I do realize that not everybody sees those state lines the same exact way. I mean, like, even just being from Decatur, niggas will say you're not from Atlanta, and that's not really fair in my eyes. But like, I mean, I get it, bro. I'm not from the city of Atlanta, so I can't really make that call. But just me personally, looking at it from, you know what I mean, a step back outside of, you know, the city, like, bro, like, a Nine is definitely involved in the new Atlanta scene. That's just my opinion, though. Like I said earlier, Nine Vicious is signed to Young Thug and YSL. He's been modeling for Spider. You know what I mean? Like, he's definitely like involved when it comes to the label and the inner workings of what they got going on in terms of going towards the future. Because Nine Vicious, although he might not appear with the group as much, he's definitely still involved, as Young Thug just recently said. And who are we to tell Young Thug anything different? If he is the living embodiment of what he wants the future of YSL to look like, who are we to tell this nigga no? Nine Vicious got the cosign from Thug, and he took that shit and not ran, he sprinted with it. From December of 2024 through December of 2025, Nine Vicious went on a superstar type run, officially dropping 3 studio albums and 3 mixtapes, while also simultaneously releasing small EPs to keep the fans locked in, while he's in the studio finalizing the official releases. These releases being TM 1.5, TM 2.9, TM 4.0, TM 4.5. And no, he's not done with projects like One More Week, the legendary 6-track SoundCloud leak with songs like Rip Gus. He also had the Fun album with the Jeff Hardy cover, bro. If you was around, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. With songs like Hannah Drink Tana and Outro. Outro still to this day is one of my favorite Nine songs, bro. This nigga spazzed on the end. You gotta go tap into it. And he also dropped more EPs, bro. Fun, after Fun, he dropped FN.5 and then FN.9 and then FN 1.0 and then FN 1.5. Also ending it all off with the Homage EP with songs like Stop Taking Pics and Hunchback. Bro, y'all, if you have yet to tune into anything of Nine, just listen to the Homage mixtape. I personally feel like it's some of his more digestible music. He has a lot of samples on there, and he's also leaning more toward the melodic shit rather than just the screaming rage sound that he does a lot in the mainstream. And I know we're only talking about December 24 through December 25, but we got to talk about the rollout for Emotions as well. He started that rollout at the end of 2025, which carried him into 1 million monthly listeners in 2026. Also, he did go on his first solo tour at the end of 2025. I mean, it was a small tour, but he did a few big venues, which ended up making it one of the better tours of the entire year. Nine finally got the platform he needed to show off his energy, his charisma, and his excellent stage presence, surprisingly, with it being his first tour, and then going all the way to Chicago and killing Summer Smash with one of the best performances we've ever seen for a first time at a festival. Nine's resume was growing so fast at this point, he was really in a league of his own. Like, if you go back and look, December of 2024, his monthly listeners sat around 40,000, 50,000 monthly. At the end of 2025, December, his monthly listeners was around 600,000. And like I said earlier, at the beginning of 2026, going into the Emotion season, after doing that rollout, his monthly listeners peaked at around 1 million. And it's still going. He's not nowhere close to slowing down. Now, nothing's wrong with getting industry help, but Lil Baby in his early years, he had a lot of help that Nine Vicious just did not have. Granted, nobody's gonna fault Lil Baby for that, but we can't deny that he had a level of help that Nine Vicious just didn't have. Getting features from Drake, Future, collab tapes with Thug and Gunna and all these industry titans and shit. All of that shit set him up for mainstream success. You cannot deny that. And I'm already knowing niggas is gonna say, well, the Nine Vicious could have these same industry connections. He's cool with Young Thug. He could have just got the plug in and be in the studio with Drake. But it's not that easy, bro. Not everybody is gonna be liked by these mainstream guys. You kind of have to be accepted in a certain culture to be in these specific rooms. And sometimes those shoes are just too big to fill. Not everybody wants to fit that same mold. And specifically looking at Nine Vicious, I just personally think he wanted to take a different path. He wanted to prove he could do it on his own. That's why when you go and look back at his songs and his albums, he doesn't have many features at all, bro. I probably want to think before the year of 2026, Nine probably had 0 mainstream features on any of his albums or EPs. It was just him. Matter of fact, fuck mainstream features. He had no features up until Emotions. And I mean, I don't even think he had any crazy features on then. He just had the Casey Hill thing, and she was just singing on the shit. That right there, folks, is the difference between Nine and Lil Baby. Nine Vicious wanted the challenge. He wanted to prove, I can do this shit by myself, nigga. Lil Baby, he accepted the handouts. He wanted the features. He wanted to be compared to the Drakes, the Travis Scotts, the Meek Mills of the game. But I feel like after he gained that success, the people in his circle were just too afraid to tell him no. Like, baby, this not it. Fans were circling this nigga like piranhas by the time 2024, 2025 hit, with Lil Baby being accused of making the same song over and over and over and over again. Baby tried his hardest to fight this shit too, though. I'm not gonna lie, he tried to fight the narrative. My dog was dropping snippet after snippet, but fans was not letting up on that belt to his ass. And no, they was not whooping him with the regular part of the leather. They was whooping him with the metal rim, nigga. They was whooping that nigga with the metal. People were just tired of the same old shit, bro. The industry was changing. The people consuming the music were no longer interested in who has the best bars and who can spit the best fucking freestyle, bro. It was about who can make me feel good, bro. It was about who was making music that put me in a good mood. Who could make music that inspired me to do great things? Who could make music that actually made me feel good with the clothes that I got on, with my girlfriend, like my situation in life. People want to be able to relate to you. Baby, I'm sorry, but niggas just don't give a fuck about how many Birkin bags you bought for the hoes and how much millions you spent in one day, bro. We done heard the same shit every song since 2019, bro. It's been the same exact shit. Nine Vicious is an ambitious kid who had the skill set to be special, and he literally manifested all of his success within 1 year. People look at people like that and they're like, that's what I want to do in my life. That's how I want to model my shit. That's how I want to attack my goals. Nine was special, bro. He let it be known in the music that his dream was to make it in the music industry and to sign a deal with his idol, Young Thug. And the people that were tapped in, them realizing that that was his goal and them realizing that it happened and then hearing him rap about it was just crazy, bro. I'm sorry. I know all of y'all heard Studio Attic when Nine Vicious rapped, I just left Capitol. Want to know what that was about? That was him really saying, yo, I'm taking these label meetings, bro. And then he ended up signing with his idol, Young Thug. So it was a full circle moment. People pay attention to the little things, bro. We know when a nigga is lazy, bro. People can spot out lazy habits, especially if you taking the time in your real life to rid yourself of all those same lazy habits that you see other people do on a day-to-day basis. People see when Nine performs how his energy is. It's nothing but raw energy and charisma, bro. Like I said earlier, Nine Vicious is an ambitious kid that genuinely wants to make it more than anything else in life, bro. He truly loves the craft. And now you can see he's gained a cult following off the shit, bro. He's been able to do everything that he wanted to do in this shit. Now it's just straight business. It's straight music. And I mean, with the following he's raised backing him, he's truly able to shine as he's the true definition of hard work and talent manifesting itself into success. And I truly hope that Lil Baby can integrate some of this dedication in his day-to-day, because people can spot out that lazy shit from a mile away, bro. And then all the yes men, you gotta kick them niggas out the studio, bro. You need real niggas in the stew around you, Lil Baby. Because it's like, it's either you just don't put in the effort anymore, or the niggas around you just gotta go. Because although I do think that Lil Baby can eventually bounce back, he'll never be the same as he was in 2021. You just don't get opportunities like that twice. And for Nine Vicious is a problem right now. Like, this nigga's in the position of right now to where he can cement his place on the Atlanta or Georgian Mount Rushmore from here on out. Like, I mean, as long as he doesn't follow in Lil Baby's footsteps.